I'm excited for the new Game of Thrones miniatures game. I really like a lot of tactical wargaming, and so that sort of stuff. See any new Warhammer 40K stuff would be cool. Yeah.
Actually, I haven't really been on the floor a whole ton, but there's always a huge crowd around the Hogwarts Battle expansion, the Harry Potter one. I don't necessarily think it's the hottest one, but it definitely has a really huge crowd.
So the hottest game at GenCon has to be Codenames Duet. I see everyone playing that at the hotel, over in their demo table. Very popular.
Okay, the best game that I have seen so far is Control. And the reason I like it so much was because it was very complex. You had to think about it a lot, but yet it was very short. It only took about 15 minutes to play a whole round. So you could play it anytime you wanted if you were just waiting in line for something, but you also had to think, so it was nice.
Okay, so I'd have to say everything Epic's Big Trouble in Little China is what I'm most looking forward to this year. The first real sort of miniature-based Big Trouble in Little China game, and I've been waiting for something like this for years. I think that's going to be great. They've got a deluxe game out there. I've already pre-ordered that, and I've seen it demoed already, so very happy with that one.
We've been playing Battle Goats. We discovered that yesterday. Great little game.
I've been waiting for the Harry Potter game. I tried that out yesterday and tried to get on it Thursday. Too late, so got it on Friday and got it nice and early, and it was an awesome game. Fun to do.
I would have to say the Exploding Kittens Bears vs. Babies booth, the line was ridiculous. That's the one that I think was probably the hottest when I was in there.
I see a lot of people with Scythe and I don't know, Unearth. Hottest game at the con. Yeah, those are games, right? Board games. Yeah?
Hottest game of Gen Con is... Oh, man, I don't know. Honestly, out of all the games I've seen and the one that sold out, it would probably be the Starfinder RPG. Those are I think they sold out like 6 hours after they got here, so...
My favorite game so far has been the new Scott Pilgrim card game. That one just looks like it's a lot of fun, so we're hoping to be able to get in and actually demo it.
Game at Gen Con this year is, I think, Sagrada, but that's personal bias.
Hottest game you've seen at Gen Con this year? First Martian.
Well, I've been at this booth a lot, right? So it's hard, but I do go around a little bit. I'm thinking Clank in Space, because nobody knew it was coming out until like the day before, and or Legend of the Five Rings, Fantasy Flight, really, really hot the first day, all gone now. Outside of that, I'll go to personal favorites, Flip Ships, one I wanted to get, Bunny Kingdom.
Having the advanced copies of Rising Sun for the charity event has been amazing. It's gotten the biggest buzz. So I would have to say that's probably the hottest game I've seen.
Well, since I rarely left my booth, I'm going to say our game, The Expanse. Done very, very well. We sold out on Thursday at about 10:30 in the morning.
The hottest game I've seen this year at Gen Con is Photosynthesis.
Well, I would say it's got to be Flamme Rouge, of course, where we had the launch party here. It was a very big success. It was awesome. And racing game of the highest order.
I think the hottest game that I didn't get was Ex Libris. So, yeah, I think that's the hottest game right now.
In my opinion, Twilight Imperium 4. Last one came out eons ago, and now we've got the 4th edition here. I think they sold out like instantly, so I wanted to play it, but every demo table has been full every time I've gone past, so definitely TI4.
I believe the hottest game in Gen Con is probably The Legend of Five Rings right now. So it's considering how quickly it just flew off the shelves today and the day before.
The hottest game that I've played is Mountains of Madness. It's this crazy cooperative game where you're trying to climb this mountain and your party is growing more and more mad. And so what makes it unique is that you only have 30 seconds to overcome challenges together, and each of these challenges that you overcome together, you have to overcome communication madness defects that you keep getting as you go. So it gets more and more challenging. Like, you might have to put a fake mustache on And then you can only communicate with other people with fake mustaches, or just all kinds of crazy things. But it's got some hardcore strategy, not hardcore, but some strategy elements that are combined with just hilarious kind of party game elements too. So it's really unique.
Yeah, the hot one for me was viral, but yeah, I had to wait for it. They had a shipment come in and it was late, and I had to stick around, and that was the hot one for me. It was viral.
Once they announced Star Wars Legion, I quit caring about anything that came out this year.
So the hottest game at Gen Con this year completely must be Scott Pilgrim's precious little card game, because I can't buy it and I really want it, but it's gone. It's gone.
Okay, yeah, the hottest game at Gen Con that I've played so far is Top Secret Spies. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really, really simple game that provided a lot of opportunity for strategy that I haven't come across very often. It's a good combination.
My initial response would have been Whistle Stop, but after yesterday trying to get Clank in Space and Ex Libris, I got to go with Ex Libris.
The Expanse, followed maybe Photosynthesis or Starfinder. All three.
Pandemic Legacy Season 2.
The game that I felt was the hottest this year that I saw the most lines for was definitely Starfinder. But the game I was most excited for was Orphans to Ashes, even though it's been here for 2 years. I finally got to play test it, and it was really exciting.
I think the best game of the convention so far is Academy Games Vikings. They just finished their Kickstarter, and it's been a wicked fun game to play.
For me, it was going to be GURPS Dungeon Fantasy. Yeah, I'm really excited to see a simplified version of GURPS. It'll hopefully bring a lot more people to that particular role-playing system.
And for me, it was a game we played in the hall called Stockpiled. So it's kind of stock trading, but also a lot of insider information and using that to make predictions.
We're looking at it right now. Photosynthesis over there, I think, was the hottest game of convention for me, and I didn't even get a copy, unfortunately. Got here at 10 a.m. on Thursday, and it was sold out.
Probably X-Wing from Fantasy Flight.
Probably Star Wars Destiny.
I think the hottest game has been Photosynthesis, as in it's been sold out for a couple of days, and I always see people around the demo table. And I like that idea of a more ecological friendly, more what can we do that's real life simulation games. I think that I'd like to see even more of.
For me, it's going to be Fantasy Flight, somewhere around Fantasy Flight. I mean, as far as selling, Twilight Imperium 4 has just been flying off the shelf. But I think Star Wars Legion and Fallout, they're not here today, but those are just, I think people are going crazy over those right now. That's what I'm going to say.
Seems like Ex Libris is the hottest game. That game disappeared quick.
Photosynthesis. Played it, bought it, and thought it was great. Can't find it anymore already.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.